What is going on YouTube? Hitting back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano, as well as the S&P 500 if we have time. So guys, we left off yesterday basically following a massive correction on the hourly charts, which shot us up from a major resistance level, crossing that $1.30 bridge and correcting us all the way back down to bottom support at $1.11. Since then, we've pretty much, stepped back from cryptocurrency and are just waiting for a little more consolidation to basically gauge us as to where we could be seeing the next opportunity to buy in. We're basically waiting for some more fractals and some more patterns to form before we put our money back into these cryptos. Now you can see on the hourly some pretty crazy stuff happened. We actually broke back inside the falling wedge fractal, and as you guys can see, we just recently started to correct out of it, which is kind of interesting. We'll have to talk about it a little bit more in depth. And it's not just XRP that saw this. The craziest one is Ethereum. I think this is the craziest one, and this is showing us a huge opportunity and almost telling me where I believe the rest of the crypto market is going to be headed in the very near future. You guys can see for right now, Ethereum is retesting bottom support right here. This is pretty much foreshadowing where we're going to be seeing the rest of crypto move to. And I'm going to talk about the other alts in a second. Otherwise, guys, definitely make sure to take part in our crypto coin display giveaway. All you have to do to win one of these bad boy crypto coin displays completely free is just by commenting your favorite cryptocurrency down below, as well as commenting subscribed. Do those two things and you will be entered to win one of these bad boys, as they will be checking. If you're not subscribed, you won't win. We're trying to get 100,000 subscribers here on the channel. And also, guys, today's video was brought to you by Starly, and I want to talk about Starly's website here. It's actually a pretty cool project, and I do like the concept behind it. As you guys can see, this is their page here. Basically, at starly.io, they are creating a space for artists and collectors to build economies around gamified NFT collectible cards, which is really cool. And some of these cards and graphics, they really took a lot of time to actually create. And we are going to be talking about them more at the end of today's video, so stay tuned for that. But it's really cool, just the concept and the project behind it. It looks like a really unique project within the NFT space. So guys, I have linked them also in the description down below if you wanted to check them out before the end of today's video. Otherwise, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, and let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, a quick refresh of the current coin market cap. We're currently trading at about $2.78 trillion right now, which is slightly lower than where we were at the top here. Now, I'm going to kind of be all over the place in today's video because there is a lot to talk about. But as you guys can see, for the most part, markets are correcting and we are actually down pretty much across the board with every crypto. Now, diving right into the XRP charts here, really what I'm starting to understand is it seems like we're starting to hit a bottom here. Now, hourly charts, you can see we are becoming oversold on XRP. And I just want to extend to the 4-hour, kind of see where we are trading at the, right at about 40 on the RSI, and also retesting the 4-hour moving average, which is a good sign. And then I want to jump to the daily here, which isn't doing too bad, but not necessarily in the best spot here. There's a few things we do have to talk about, that's for sure. So I believe right now for pretty much all of crypto, we are hitting a bottom, and I don't think we're going to be moving much lower. Now, I could be wrong. There's this small chance here, but here's my plan moving forward for XRP and for pretty much all these cryptocurrencies, because I believe they're going to be acting fairly similar, and there's a few cryptocurrencies that are basically outlining the bottom. So just by looking at XRP, what we have to go on is the fact that we are oversold on the hourly, and we are retesting this bottom support in the green band right here, and I'll explain more in a second, or that green trend line. Jumping to the 4-hour, we now get a better confirmation. We're still consolidating down, I understand, but we are retesting the moving average right here on the 4-hour, which is also a really good support. So this could also be used to kind of help us, stay afloat and potentially head higher. It all depends on how we close here, especially with the daily charts. Now, looking here at XRP long term, you guys can see what exactly we're dealing with here. This is XRP on the daily charts, looking at the massive symmetrical triangle we had, and we just finally started to break above here, which is still a huge possibility. You guys can also see why $1.30 acts as such a big resistance on the coin on the daily here. You could just see for the most part that coins pretty much had a lot of trouble either staying above it or staying below it. You can see right here, we used it as a very big support level in the past here. Then moving forward, you can see we actually started using it as a major resistance once again. And here we go for the third confirmation, acting as a major resistance level. So it seems like consistent that every time we retest it, we tend to get rejected. We didn't close the daily above here, so that was also another sign of reversal. But regardless, we are kind of staying above the downwards trend line here, which is a good sign slightly. The goal is hopefully we can bounce off of this, use it as a support, and head up higher to retest this and eventually break through. That's the ideal scenario. Otherwise, we are going to potentially come back down to a point C on the charts here. And it also is starting to take shape that maybe it's possible to tweak this up here. Like there is this slight possibility that maybe it is a bigger trend line symmetrical triangle than we had originally thought. Like this is still a possibility here. I just want to make that clear that there is still this possibility here that we are starting to see, or we're still trading inside a much bigger symmetrical triangle forming. I'm just going to leave it like that just because, so you can kind of see that we are having numerous retests, 1, 2, 3 confirmations of top resistance, numerous confirmations of bottom supports here. There still is this price floor that is at point C, which is pretty darn low. I don't want to like alarm anyone. It is still this possibility here, but it's very far, and I wouldn't worry about it just yet. But regardless, moving back into here, you guys can see why short term I believe we are at the bottom is because we are retesting some pretty strong support levels. We are retesting the moving average right here. This is going to hopefully act as a support level to eventually pull us higher up. You can also see how we've been using this also as an uptrend here to also gauge ourselves and move ourselves higher. So there is still this chance that we are still in some sort of trend line here. You can see if I delete this falling fractal, you guys can see the pattern that's forming here. We are still creating higher lows, which is a good sign. It's consistent that we are creating these higher lows on the bottom here, and it should hopefully allow us to pump higher. That's the goal. Also, if pattern or history is repeating itself, you guys can see the last time we had a run like this, we also had a falling wedge fractal. So I can draw it out for you guys. This was the falling wedge fractal. Last time it retested here, we shot up higher. Now look what's happening. Another falling wedge fractal just like this. So we should see another bounce off the 4-hour moving average and head even higher up. So I do anticipate another run back up to $1.30. That's where my head's at with XRP specifically, this coin creating these lower highs. We don't look bad at all. If anything, it's a healthy correction back to 4-hour moving average, and we should be able to pump up to retest once again $1.30. Now, looking at the other cryptos, this is also a sign that we could potentially be buying back in. And I do plan on taking advantage of Ethereum and XRP on Bityard. And for those that don't know what Bityard is, it's basically the exchange that we use to leverage trade cryptos. They have pretty much everything here. They also obviously have Ethereum, and which is pretty crazy, is they actually offer XRP to leverage trade cryptocurrencies. So I'm going to be using this when I do see the pop, because I do believe this is going to be the bottom on XRP as well as Ethereum. And I do believe this is going to be the bottom here. So what I would do is basically choose the crypto that I want, either Ethereum or XRP. Let's do Ethereum for right now. Create market order. You can leverage Ethereum up to 100x. Obviously, that's pretty risky. I'll do something more conservative, like a 15x, and then I'll type in the amount of leverage that I want. Let's say I want to margin $1,000 at 15x. Then I click buy long, and I'll be making the assumption that we are going to be breaking bullish using 4,500 to swing back up to the upside here, and I'll prove it. Or we'll obviously short it given the opportunity that we see this reverse longer. So I'm not buying in just yet, but I want to show you guys when I will be buying in to Ethereum specifically on Bityard. Also, Bityard's giving away free cryptocurrency. So if you want to check it out, if you have an account or you haven't already signed up, link in the description, sign up for it. Or if you have one already, once again, go to Mystery Box right here, click Mystery Box. These will give you free ways to earn cryptocurrency, completely free. Check it out, highly recommend it. Now back to Ethereum here, you guys can see Ethereum consistently, and I'll explain it again, it'll look better on the 4-hour charts here. Every single time it's hit this bottom support level, we tend to break bullish. It's been a consistent pattern continuously for Ethereum over and over and over again. I don't know how many other times I have to draw it. I'm going to keep drawing it for everyone that's new to the channel here. It is so freaking consistent here. Look at the pattern that just formed here, and then every time, oh, that was terrible. Every time it retests the top resistance, we break bearish, and every time and I can continue to do this just so everybody can clearly see what it is that I'm referring to. And every time we hit bottom support, we break bullish. So once again, you guys can clearly see this so obvious pattern that's forming here. So once again, we start at the bottom. Once we hit top resistance, we tend to correct lower, back to bottom support. We hit bottom support, we break back up. We hit top resistance, we correct back down. And this has happened continuously for Ethereum for weeks now, since early October, actually October 1st, that really started this trend. So once again, this is what we're dealing with. So zooming in real close here, you guys can see the past 4 or 5 times, every time it's hit the bottom, look at what happens. Big break back to top resistance, big break back to top resistance, big break back to top resistance. Well, guess where we are right now? Retesting bottom support. So if we can like conservatively close, and this is going to be a slightly difficult pattern because you can see here we have broken bearish slightly in the past here, so you don't want to create a stop loss at this level and then we see a small dip and break bullish because you'll miss out on it. What I will do is if we can close above this, like this 4-hour chart today or right now, we close this in about 3 hours here and we stay above here, I'll create a stop loss a little bit lower, probably where the red band is on the moving average for the 4 hours, maybe like a $4,370 stop loss, just in case we dip. Like in case we do something like this and pull a little bit lower and then head up higher, at least I'll capitalize on this run and not get stopped out by having it too high, just in case the bottom does get hit. You know, this is where the stop loss will be in case we dip something like this and then head back up. But truly, that's what we're looking for. Now, if we start to see a correction lower and we like start to close below this green band here, then I'll switch my position. But it's really all going to be contingent on how we close here. If we close down here, I'll try to buy in for a short, anticipating a big drop. We buy in when we close above here, there's anticipation for leverage to the upside. I truly believe that we are going to head back up. I'd be shocked if we continue to dump. It's still a big possibility, but it all depends on how we close today. If we're going to close above or below this moving average here. We can even use the daily to help us better understand what exactly is going on here. You can see for the most part, it's been a pretty much straight continuous pattern here that every time we stay above here, we tend to break up. So this is a continuous pattern. I don't see why we would break bearish. We've pretty much been floating at this top for quite some time now. So very quickly, that's what we're looking for. Closure above this, the 4-hour above this support level here. We buy in, leverage back up to 5K. All-time highs, but that's what I'm anticipating. Otherwise, looking at Bitcoin, the scary part with Bitcoin is we're still in this falling wedge pattern. We are hitting a bottom, and we are almost like hitting some sort of support level. Like if we jump to the 4-hour, we might be able to get a clearer movement here. You can kind of see how this acts as a support. It's very small, but I'm not even focusing on here. I'm focusing on this. This is acted as support right here. It's acted as resistance here and resistance here and resistance here, and then also acting as support here. The great thing about all of this, though, which probably some of you haven't taken notice of, is through all of this acting as a support, the biggest thing is that the moving average has slowly but surely crawled up to start acting as a support. So there was a lot of resistance here. You know, we say not to trade inside the sideways channel because of how like brutal it is with floating in and out of it. But guess what? We pretty much with this last run exploded up and allowed the moving average to close us above here. So with that being said, we shouldn't really break back inside of here. It really would be a shame if we did, and I don't think it's going to happen. But we should be using this as a support now, this moving average, and it should keep us from falling back inside of here. And we should be able to ideally bounce off of this and head up higher. That's the goal here, that we're still going to break bullish. I don't want to scare anyone, but I was looking at the daily, and this kind of looks like there is still this massive chance of a double top, this being the neckline right here. Like we could easily see something like this, and then we break through here and we just dump. But I don't think it's going to come yet. But that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I do believe we are pretty much bullish moving forward here. That's my assumption. You know, once again, for Bitcoin, if we can close above this resistance level right here, like above the green band, and stay afloat, then there's a pretty big chance we'll start to head back up and I'll buy in for a long. Otherwise, Cardano retesting bottom support as expected. Stop loss is already hit with my Cardano position. We now have to reevaluate what the hell's going on. And then S&P 500 obviously is starting to correct lower, which was expected because of it being overbought. Otherwise, I do want to talk more about Starly. I want to give a huge shout out to Starly for sponsoring today's video. So guys, Starly is a launchpad and marketplace for gamified NFT collections collections, and they streamline the process of creating and purchasing NFTs, turning trading into a passionate, gamified experience. NFTs pretty much are all set to break into the mainstream. They were the iPhone moment of the Web 3.0, and now Starly will be the Web 3.0 of Instagram that puts NFTs in the hand of everyone all around the world. So guys, to create a collection, creators are asked to connect one of their social media accounts, which they offer a step-by-step direction for generating collections, and creators have complete creative control of their NFTs, their respective descriptions, and they also set the launch date and initial prices, and they have prepared a variety of pricing strategies. Now guys, once this date is set in advance, creators can build up anticipation in their communities and promote it to their fans to get the maximum amount of attention when their collection drops. Now, collections consist of 21 unique NFT cards, and each card having its own title, description, and visual assets, such as like a picture or a video. And these visual assets can range from deleted scenes in a movie, or even recordings, or photos that have never been seen before could be turned into an NFT. And each collection has 11 common cards, 6 rare cards, and 4 legendary cards. And the card's value is determined by rarity and its serial number. So guys, cards are sold in sealed packs. Common, rare, and legendary packs contain a different amount of each card type, and this adds an additional layer of mechanics to make the experience more exciting and make collecting cards obviously more challenging and game-like. So guys, fans are introduced to Starly through engaging in posts and content from their favorite creators, and they are directed to the storefronts of their favorite influences and are offered various options of getting involved, waiting on new drops, opening brand new packs from a collection, or even purchasing cards on the secondary market. And guys, fans can then buy and sell their cards on the secondary market, and they'll be able to complete collections by obtaining other cards and can be rewarded by creators for achieving similar milestones on Starly. Now guys, this creator and fan interaction is a prime driver for engagement between two groups on Starly. Flow, which hopefully you guys remember, has already proven its capability of reaching mainstream with NBA Top Shot, and they believe that Flow is the most suitable blockchain for achieving their mission of accelerating the mass adoption of NFTs over the world. So guys, Starly offers a state-of-the-art collection, creation, generation tool, which is a guided step-by-step experience that's easy to use as uploading a photo or video to any other social media platform, and the end result is an NFT collection available for sale. And they've also put in place 9 different pricing strategies with potential sales and payout calculations so that creators can choose from a suite of different audiences and creator targets. Now guys, each collection, like I said, consists of 21 unique cards, and the total number of editions resulting in 10,700 NFTs. Now guys, during the initial sale, cards are sold in sealed packs, so buyers don't know what cards and serial numbers they'll get when purchasing a pack, and this results in an exciting adrenaline-fueled experience that drives sales. And it's also a great way for creators to bring relationships with their fans to the next level. So guys, Starly also has a secondary collection where collectors can buy, trade, and sell cards peer-to-peer, and creators of NFT cards get 10% lifetime royalty from the deals that take place here. Also guys, so Starly just recently announced their token IDO launch on their Telegram chat, and they made an announcement a few days ago that they will be releasing more info on it soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. So for now, exclusive NFTs are waiting to break mainstream, and Starly is on the mission to make them accessible to everyone around the world. So if you want to check out Starly, please check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, huge shout out for Starly for sponsoring today's episode. Definitely make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.